Become Darth Vader just to have the paper. Become Darth Vader just to have the paper. They ask if I'm the Star-Lord and what I'm looking hard for. Rest in peace to Pip T every time I slam these car doors. But I'll answer the question. Smiles decrease from lessons like yo hearing from target practice with automatic weapons in the search for perfection. We leave those hurt with discretion. A secret, keep it quiet. Unless you wanna try it, my defiance is known. That is international. My account is my blunt. I sprinkle miracle grow. This the remarkable flow of the 720 against the wind we are standing as I break all commandments and rewrite them for the planet with dollars stacking, watching baddie Italians tanning on my laps is the cannon. This is mathematics and understanding, upper-handed we are. Stare out the jet's window, gotta keep my vision far. Never forget my past with all these battle scars. That's the law of daddy raw, and I can't have no flaw. My diamonds on my bottom jaw, my time looks just like stars. Thanks to my automobile because my status is large. It's not about who's in charge, as long as there is respect. But we all know common courtesy won't cash you a check. It's not that I've seen it all, I'm just not too impressed. Your brain change when you go through things that you don't expect. What you think is a game and funny, I take as a test. The only security is money, so it's best to invest. Every day you gon' be hungry, nigga, don't leave a mess. They talk under their breath, I suggest that you address and leave them blessed. No trace, all grace, nobody, no case. Can't cry over spilled milk because we've all made mistakes. Destiny's never late, they mad, I control existence and I made my own plate. Do what thou will, cause 7 figures is the real estate. And if you gotta speak twice, we call that regurgitate. So it's best to be nice while you talking to snakes. I know you feel fake inside, nigga, but that's what it takes. Young blood, these are the breaks for those that's coming of late. You can't use an excuse if you pursue the pearly gates. It's best for you to move like an ace in this rap race as that black cat chase. In this game of chess, the king only moves at one pace. You lose the game if one piece act like it don't know its place. And keep your queen in the exquisite lace with expensive taste. She be aboard the Star-Lord and can't see his face. Become Darth Vader just to have the paper. Become Darth Vader just to have the paper.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the Father. Come to Papa.
I love you, Daddy.
Yes, we do this the Catholic way. Juggernaut gives a fuck not about what you say. You will understay, assume the position. The dungeon smelling like fishes. We leave them hanging from the ceiling. This the Inquisition, man on a mission. Don't take it personal, this is nothing but business. My game is universal, and you'll see when I'm finished. Pretty girl with them hurt holes, it'll make her pay attention. And now she's washing dishes, minding her own. This is Africa, I keep the bucket naked at home. When I lift my garage door, you see that candy and chrome. When I speak into Lion's Roar, so don't mind my tone. You niggas better act wrong. Sins of the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the Father. Yes, I create and I break law, and I do have the intention to take.
I love you, Daddy.
Weighing punishment don't mean that I hate y'all. Must have forgot we came up off them 8 balls. Stay raw, yes we will. Put my dick on your heart. I give a fuck how you feel. Why you niggas staring at me when I grab it with will? Make $1 billion for your children. What the fuck is a meal? What the fuck is the deal? Sins of the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the Father. I'm too messy to come and test me. You fuck around and receive the blessing.
I love you, Daddy.
Face the rejection, space of consequences, immaculate conception, and make you drop all defenses.
I love you,
Stop
Daddy.
your crying and bitching, lying and snitching, riding over these ditches because they dead keep the riches.
I love you,
Grab my
Daddy.
constituents, memorize the blueprint, and leave a poltergeist fingerprint. We ain't about that bullshit.
I love
Sins
you,
of
Daddy.
the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the chessboard, a chessboard that I was made for, and let a million skeletons misclaim
I
right
love you,
up on my
Daddy.
paws. I kick down doors from the Luxor. This is thought, cut from a different cloth. Nigga, fuck
I
with
love you,
thought.
Daddy.
Silly bitches get taught or get caught in the onslaught. This is order, then I buy some clock for my sons
love
and
you,
daughters.
Daddy.
Ain't no water for a beggar. This is manner than mega. And always remember, nigga, it is our
I love you,
overrated.
Daddy.
Sins of the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
What's cracking in the motherfucking house? The guy 720 back with y'all. The first respondent up in here, Sister Clay, how you doing? You know, the Money Religion faction is here. The outfit, you understand? Yeah. I definitely appreciate y'all kicking it with me today. 2 o'clock on a, what is this, Thursday? Shit is all discombobulated. 2025, when it came in, there's already been some events that I hope this isn't cementing what is going to occur for the rest of the year. Let's talk about some of them. I don't know, where should we start? Well, first of all, let's start with the Kicked Out of Heaven is still going. The Black Man's Bible, the Ethereal Law for $100. Get it right now, and you will receive the Real Nigga Etiquette, the Real Nigga Etiquette Voodoo Edition, the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women, Volume 1 and 2, and PDF in the ebook form when you make that purchase. You understand? And also, we have the donations we need. The children must eat. I must eat. Got to keep a roof over the head. You understand? So bring in the donations, the Money Religion. That's what we're doing up in here right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very obvious that you have nowhere else to go. You know, the government has failed you. Your black conscious groups have failed you. Your black conscious leaders have failed you. Your black religions have failed you. They have left you neglected in the midst amongst the lions, the wolves, and the bears. And I'm over here teaching you how to be a lion, a wolf, or a bear from the ancient perspectives, from the Western intelligence. You dig what I'm saying? That has conquered the planet. So you must salute to that first, because you have to be on some high level of ingenious to take over the whole fucking globe. And you have to respect that layer that was achieved. And then once you respect it, then the doors fling wide open, and now you can incorporate the same level of intelligence into how you operate. And that's how the game works. You can't be going over here talking about, oh, these niggas ain't shit, the motherfucking caveman, blah, 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 and all this other shit, when your people ain't did shit for you, you know. And they couldn't protect the line. They couldn't protect you. They couldn't protect your culture. It's very obvious that there's a lot of problems in hip-hop right now. And, you know, what's really going on here is everybody is upset about, you know, other people trying to so-called infiltrate the black culture, which is represented to the world as hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing is that niggas done invited these niggas in. And that's the whole point, you know. Niggas always got their hands wide open to everybody else, you know. And you want these motherfuckers come over here, you allow the other people to come into your culture and dance the jig, you know. And you hand them the fried chicken leg. you know, and we supposed to eat the fried chicken leg together over the first Grandmaster Flash album and shit. Get the fuck out of here. You know, that's your problem, nigga. Because you niggas don't put no boundaries, don't put no walls of security around your culture. You sacrificed your culture, as a matter of fact. It was my generation that did it. And I saw the bitch ass shit that niggas was doing. I saw that shit back in 2008, 2010. Niggas want to act like they didn't know a James Brown song. Niggas want to act like they didn't grow up to know Patti LaBelle. Niggas want to act like they wasn't up in the black church. Right? You niggas sacrificed your culture so you could be, what do they call it? Inclusive. So you could integrate, bitch ass nigga. You dig what I'm saying? And that's why I wrote the Black Man's Bible. But what is it called? The Black Man's Bible. This is black male culture line right here. Because a lot of niggas was traitors to their culture and threw the shit away and acted like it wasn't valid. It wasn't a part of the system. Like Coltrane wasn't us. Like Louis Armstrong ain't us. Like Mike Tyson wasn't us, nigga. Like the East Coast, West Coast, the Pac wasn't us, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? Okay? And that's what happened. You niggas sacrificed your culture to become a pajama wearing, croc wearing, bitch ass nigga with purple dreads. Okay? And what happened? Now you're mad. Now you're angry. Because they gave you a new gender, you bitch ass nigga. You see? And now you want to backtrack and say what is hip hop and what ain't hip hop when you should have kept the motherfucker at bay from the get go. You know, all these white boys trying to get up in hip hop. Nigga, go listen to your Metallica, nigga. Go listen to your Marilyn Manson. That is your shit. You understand? Your shit is Green Day, nigga. Your shit is Stone Temple Pilots, nigga. Go listen to that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I listen to it too. But you ain't finna see me motherfucking representing it. I listen to all types of genres of music. I listen to classical, you know. Nigga might turn on the sounds of the ocean. You dig what I'm saying? I listen to all types of shit. So there's nothing wrong with that. But what you represent in the world is a different picture. And now white folks done stripped away their original heavy metal and thought they can usher all their children into hip hop and dilute our shit. Fuck out of here. There's culture lines. Stay in your cultural space. Why the fuck you think we want some traitors over here? You niggas is cultural traitors. You know? Same with the Mexican. You niggas is mariachis. The fuck is you talking about? You wear the mariachi hat. You play the motherfucking banjo. Do that shit over there, nigga. You don't see no niggas trying to do that shit. You know? Oh, what, you big mad? Motherfuckers is big mad? Why? Because we look into the bowels of the heavy metal, we see Little Richard. When we look into the bowels of the country and the hillbilly music, we see niggas. I can't name any specific group, but I've done the research. I've seen them. They there in the origins. So we can play a dimensional game and walk in between all different ones of these if we want to, but our basis is R&B, hip-hop, and that's where we should stay. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, stop trying to, you know, all laws are made to be broken, but they're not good. It's not good to be broken. Laws are put in place for specific reasons. You understand? Because we understand that if the law gets broken by too many people, then the dam is broken and we have a flood of nonsense that has to be cleaned up because everything has now fallen into the realm of chaos. And we don't want chaos. You dig what I'm saying? Chaos has never been healthy, as a lot of you have experienced over the past 10, 20 years. You chose on chaos. And look at what you got. Look at what you got. You got robots coming up in here. You got motherfucking 5, 10, 20 genders coming up in here. You got motherfuckers. You got, what is this shit that just happened? Yeah, we're going to talk about the Trump Tower. I want to start off first with what I was just initially talking about. Let's bridge it off into what just happened with the Waka Flocka. You know, Waka Flocka gets jumped. I guess he probably was paid to go to that event. And he went to the event. and he gets jumped. And then people want to be mad at Eve because Eve is over there balling with that vampire money. Let Eve be the monster she is because she is up there with the vampire money and she ain't got to do no degenerate shit like no motherfucking Sexy Red up in here selling no lip gloss called no goddamn booty hole brown. What the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Somebody slapped shit out this bitch. Sexy Red got lip gloss coming out. Go look it up. Sexy Red got shit called pussy pink and pus yellow. Urine pus yellow and shit. What the fuck is you talking about? You know, she even got one lip gloss called gonorrhea. You see this? You see? Where is the outrage? There's no outrage. The majority of the motherfuckers that's listening to Sexy Red don't even know she's moving that type of shit. But they're going to follow the bum anyways because they have no brains. They have no soul. They have no innate characteristics. They don't know how to develop any character, and they're not interested into anything else is in the world. So you must follow and do as you're told from the fucking puppet that we show you on TV, and that's what you will do because you are worthless scum. Do you understand? Only worthless scum follows another motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? And because they know they're inherently worthless, they know this. You understand? They've seen it from the way their mothers and their fathers treated them. You were discarded, you know, you were left at the door of the orphanage, you understand? And this is where you have to play your game for the rest of your days, you know. And, you know, it's sad. And, you know, maybe I need to stop talking like that because, man, it's a lot of motherfuckers come out of, you know, it's the result of the crack epidemic. It's a lot of motherfuckers, man, come out of some very bad households and some very bad childhood situations. And, you know, that shit's gonna play out if you get too close to them. So you got to keep a motherfucker at a certain type of distance, especially when we're talking about conducting business and things like that. You know, it falls back to the white man's law and what he already understands is use a motherfucker what they good for, keep a nigga at a distance, you know, have some donuts and some coffee in the morning, you know, prepare for a motherfucker, make the little, you know, rabbit motherfucker happy and let them get to work and do what they supposed to do, you know. And they happy. And, you know, I feel real bad for what happened to Waka Flocka. For, you know, but, yeah, I never listened to his music. You know, when he brought in, you know, Waka Flocka fame, nigga, what the fuck you thinking? All that. I thought the Obama version was hilarious. The video, whoever shot that video with the Obama version of the Waka Flocka, that shit was fucking gold. You understand? But, you know, I really feel bad for what happened with the brother. There's no way. But see, like I always state, you only see black millionaires getting into shootouts. You don't see no white boys, no Polish motherfuckers. You don't see no motherfucking Germans, billionaire motherfuckers getting into shootouts and getting jumped and shit. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Niggas don't even see how embarrassing you are in front of the globe. But, you know, it's very sad. You know, he shouldn't have posted it, you know, posted for what? You know, it was a situation that occurred. I hope the brother isn't seriously injured. You know, I hope he can heal in peace or whatever the fuck happened. It was unnecessary. I saw the video to it. But like I said, you know, shouts out to Eve. You know, you did what you were supposed to do, especially as a lady. You know, a lot of people got very mad about Eve being at her, about Eve having Christmas dinner with her family, and she was at the south end of the table. The husband was at the north end of the table. Wasn't nothing but white folk up in there with the billionaire money. You niggas done lost your goddamn mind. Well, niggas is always mad at some shit that they can't provide. You see what I'm saying? A nigga want to tear down a society but can't build one. A nigga don't want you in no billionaire marriage, but you ain't finna get no black billionaire to marry her. You see? So let her ball how she balls in peace. You understand? Don't be over here calling her no motherfucking Sambo and all this other old disrespectful ass shit. You understand? And no, we're not gonna be flying her ghetto ass family all the way out here to England and shit to be sitting at the table, and you niggas is gonna intentionally get out of pocket, because that's what Negroes do. You know, when you put Negroes in those type of environments, there's some type of wiggle worm that pops in the back of the brain, and they can't conduct themselves, and they're going to fuck some shit up. You know, they're going to go into the room they wasn't supposed to go into. They're going to spill the Kool-Aid all over the goddamn $1 million carpet. They're going to fuck some shit up. You understand? And they're going to ruin the presents. They're going to say some ignorant shit. They're going to start some rumors, you know, and fuck the whole position up, you know. So, and embarrass Eve's position. Eve ain't got no responsibility towards her family or towards hip hop for what she attained, you know, when it comes to her family. So leave her family, and please don't be out here with the defamation of character, nigga, and all of that. We need to have the defamation league for the nigga. You understand me? And when we do that, I'm a guarantee we gonna be on a nigga's ass more so than we gonna be on anybody else's. Okay? You know, and that's just what the line is. So leave Eve in peace. She's a beautiful black woman. She's made it to the very top. You need to celebrate what she's been able to do from the areas of hip hop, while we got these old bum ass bitches like a Sexy Red on the fucking microphone. Do you understand? She definitely wants to be disassociated, you know, because don't let one of them white people just when they want to pull their ignorant card and they say, oh yeah, they get to play a Sexy Red song on their phone. It's like, oh, isn't that what you used to do, Eve? Rap like this? Don't do it. But the white boy will pull the ignorant card on your ass too, nigga. So watch yourself. I'm telling you, look at all this shit. Dirk, Jay-Z, Kanye. You know, they had to deal with a lot of racism up there at the top, especially a nigga like Jay, because he was trying to get all the way in. And said, oh yeah, you, how'd you get up here? You write the poems. Oh, I remember now. That's right. You write the poems, right? We still over here spending $1,700 money, nigga. You know, you niggas, you haven't installed the class, the rules, nigga. You ain't been through the ups and the downs and the lefts and the rights, the court cases. You ain't been through none of that shit. The Jewish accountant, all of that. The Jewish lawyer, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing that shit since the motherfucking 1400s on the nigga's ass, where you was running around here with a stick. You know, this is just reality. People don't like the reality. This is the truth of what is occurring, you know. So leave Eve alone, you know. And then we have this situation with the Tesla that then blew up in Vegas. Yes, we know. Yes, I'm here in Vegas. Yes, I know. And, you know, and this is also supposed to be in connection to the situation that happened in New Orleans, where the individual supposedly, he was going through financial troubles. He was going through a divorce. It was hard for him to assimilate back into civilization after he served in the military for so long. But then, you know, yeah, that's what's going on. So obviously the two individuals from New Orleans and the situation here in Vegas were supposedly from the same military brigade in Fort Bragg, I think it was. They both got vehicles from the Turo rental company, and their tactics were obviously very weak, if those were considered to be terrorist attacks. That is, those aren't real terrorist attacks. It was very sloppy, you know. Supposedly these individuals were raised in America, and they went into the military, you know, and gained the training of the military there. But then at the same time, we understand that America has fucked up with your foreign exchange student bullshit that you got motherfuckers from other countries coming up into our military, you know, and this is sad. This is embarrassing. But it also states that it was set up a long time ago, you know. Look, when it boils down to it, and now that I've been able to repatch history, and you can too, once you purchase the Kicked Out of Heaven from the kickedoutofheaven.com, still going for $50. You dig what I'm saying? All 3 volumes. When you repatch history and you see how things really went down chronologically, it's very clear that, white boy, we don't need your bombs. We don't need your dumb shit. You know, everybody was good in their respective locations, and did, and conducted their business how they conducted their business pertaining to their women, pertaining to their, their religious structures, their monetary structures, or whatever the fuck they were doing. Leave them be, You really had no right going across the whole planet trying to enforce your Christendom or whatever you were trying to do. Eat the babies, and, you fucked up all the Native American children, from 1880 to 1930. You got all these schools all in Canada and North America, and they got cemeteries behind them because you were trying to put the MK Ultra down on the Native American, and it didn't quite work. It backfired. So then you wanted to grab the Negro, and that's exactly what it is. You have to understand is that the whole African American slave trade experiment was nothing but MK Ultra. We swipe memory, and then we replace memory with a new form of intelligence. Okay, and then we can make commands based on the new form of intelligence, and you respond. That is the premise of what MK Ultra or Manchurian Candidate shit is. So, in essence, every black person in America is the result of that. Okay, let's be very fucking clear. Because they did it to the Native Americans as well. So don't be over here with the bullshit talking about, my grandma Indian nigga, she got the issue too. All you niggas got the issue. I don't want to hear this shit. My people from the Sasquatch, my people from the Cree, or my people from the Utah, my people from the Michigan, nigga. They all got their ass mopped. Every last one of them. That's why you ain't never seen a goddamn Native American restaurant in your life. What is you talking about? How many Native American actors do you know of? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, they said the most famous so-called Native American actor during the whole cowboy and Indian time period, I think that was 1950s, 60s, and whatnot, was Italian. Did you ever look that up? That shit is some crazy shit. Somebody states here that the body in the vehicle had a gunshot head wound. What if he was the scapegoat? I don't know. I don't see how you gonna have a gunshot head wound right before the trunk of your vehicle blows up, and you didn't even have enough dynamite, fireworks, or gasoline, or whatever the fuck that was in your trunk, enough to take down the building. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So your whole shit was bullshit. It's all a bunch of bullshit. You was eating too many McDonald's burgers, nigga, too many milkshakes. Your brain was clogged, because your terrorist attack attempt was very weak. And then let me show you how weak it is. You do it on the morning of New Year's when there was over, maybe 3 million people walking the streets of Las Vegas the night before? Does that make any goddamn sense? Your shit is weak, B. So, yeah, he deserved the gunshot wound to the head. You're a fucking dumbass. Even if you were to do some terrorist attack shit, you didn't even do it in the proper timing. Your dumbass gonna show up in the morning, nigga, with the sausage biscuit and try and blow up the motherfucking shit. And you gonna blow up in the front of the goddamn reception. You didn't drive it into the hotel, you stupid motherfucker. So, yeah, let a dumbass nigga be a dumbass nigga, man. And you're going to get your results from being fucking retarded. Just like the other dude. You going to drive a truck down Bourbon Street and kill 10 people. 10 people is not a so-called terrorist attack, nigga. The school shooters of America do better than that. What the fuck you thought you was doing? Have your shit a little bit more organized. You motherfuckers need to go sit back over the blueprint. You think you finna come over here to America with your dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, stupidity is in the realm. So we always have to look out for the parameters of dumbass when we look at these situations. And then we will be able to tell if we're dealing with somebody who's really gaining for some form of a success in this area. Because supposedly there were some situations that happened in New York as well. And the situations that happened in New York did not pan out to nobody getting no slaughtered. Like, nigga, we didn't have club shooters do more damage than that. So, niggas, sit your weak shit down. You know what I'm saying? You niggas need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe run around the block a couple of times. Get some air in the brain. Because You weren't successful with none of that shit. So I don't think we're going to have a year full of terror attacks. I think the people are too weak. You've been eating too much Chick-fil-A. You know, you've been over here, watching too much fucking Friends and Seinfeld, nigga. And think you going to carry out a terrorist attack. You's a weak motherfucker. And that is basically what has been shown here. So, anybody of all of these foreign people in America and want to get angry at us and can't do shit about it because you over here shopping at Gap. You over here shopping at fucking Macy's. You trying to get a Gucci bag and shit. And at the same time, you trying to carry out a goddamn attack. Sit your ass down somewhere. So, one thing that's really interesting is this whole Mel Gibson's list. Does anybody check that shit out? That shit is wild. It's definitely going to be a year of us watching the rapper get taken down. The Little Durk is gone forever. I never listened to his music. And then we have the situation with Jay-Z. A lot of the homies be asking me, yo, you think they going to get Jay-Z? Yeah, the white man going to get your ass. Because, they want to, and they can. It's all medieval, is what you fail to realize, The medieval states that, yeah, nigga, we will sit back and watch you conduct your evil deeds on the populace of the people for years. We'll sit back and watch this shit for 20, 30 years. And then your day will come. We have rounded up enough evidence. Like they said on that nigga Little Durk, they got 250 gigabytes of evidence, nigga. Good Lord. Then they said they got 20,000 documents on paper in the files, nigga. What the fuck you been doing? Nigga, you're done. And that's what they do. They sit back and they want to make sure that the case pushes through. So they sit back and let you just do all your wild shit. How many cases have you niggas seen? When it comes to movies, when it comes to shit like the Wolf of the Wall Street dudes, stock trade shit. Look at the feds, boy. The feds be in every single industry on top of you niggas' heads. Do you understand? They be on top of your back. Okay? They get all the documentation. 20 years of files. They be like, yeah, we've been investigating your ass for 10 years. How many times have you seen that shit? Could you imagine being investigated for 10, 15 years, dog, and you don't even fucking know all your shit is tapped? Everything is being, case file. They probably got a file case on me, nigga. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Because I don't move in this space, but you can nab me on the goddamn thing. You want to get the big whales. Go and get them. There's plenty of them out here, nigga. And they be on your back getting all this data for 20 years. And then once they got enough information where they can go ahead and push it on through, we have great festivities for the people. The people will rant and the people will rave over your beheading. Your neck will be in the guillotine. That's right. The Puffy, the Jay-Z. And whenever you see a situation where the white man is saying your name repetitively, nigga, it's going down. So you have to watch how the media works. Because obviously, the media and propaganda is the matrix. That is the white male's mind. So when you see a situation like bloop bloop, that's not the big kahuna. That's to let you know shit is coming down the hill. It's like a snowball. When you're at the top of the mountain, you let the snowball go down, and you're standing maybe about you're standing at the base of the mountain, which may be 10 miles out. Let's just put it short. And when you see it coming down from the top of the mountain, it looks like nothing. But by the time it gets to right in front of you, it's a humongous fucking beach ball size snowball barreling at your ass, 50 miles an hour type shit. And that's when you know. So, like, for instance, the Abercrombie and Fitch dude, the CEO who just got caught up with his whole human trafficking shit, that was bloop, bloop. That was that. Boom. Wiped off the news. You don't see that shit. And the white man says, oh, man, we got your back. Because the white man takes the white man down. Is what you got to understand. See, a lot of people don't focus on the element of white folk fucking up white folk. Because they do it. And they do it hardcore. And they've always been doing it. They've been cutting off each other's kings' heads and been fucking each other's wives up and throwing their kids up in the orphanages and leaving their kids for a whole new family. They've been doing this shit for eons, bro. Killing their parents for insurance money. All types of shit. They've been doing that shit for eons. But, the other races, they feel so victimized by the white man, but that they don't even pay attention to what the white man do to the white man. Which shows that there is an inherent activity that is going to go down. And if you fuck up, you're going to be victimized in the same space. And that is exactly what's happening. So we see the Abercrombie and Fitch situation and be like, oh, man, don't worry about it, man. We'll destroy the file. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Keep it moving. You're going to have to pay a little money here and there. Donate to this organization. Get your ass fuck up out of here. And then you keep it low, and you keep it quiet. And then you got, 5 years in, yeah, just send it to my email, theguy720@gmail.com. So what happens here is, they hear about the parties. They hear about the Diddy parties. They be like, man, you going to the Diddy party? Like, no, I'm good, da, da, da. But he calls up the judge, calls up the DA. He was like, hey, man, there's still parties going on over here. 5 years in, 10 years in. Oh, bloop over here, bloop over here. Intoxicated car accident over here. There was a trainee in the car. Oh, okay, boom, boom, boom. Shit is on the film. Brush that shit underneath the rug. Brush that shit underneath the rug. And then guess what else is underneath the rug? Guess what else is underneath the rug? They lift up the carpet, and then there's a door, right? How many times have you seen that? And they say, oh, we have compiled so much of your devious deeds and your shit, okay, that now we have a whole basement filled with it. And the smell is remarkable. And I'm tired of being assaulted by the scent of your shit. It's time to go to court. And we're going to have your black ass. That's what's going to go. That's what you said. So if you understood how the criminal justice system operated in the medieval times, you would understand that anything you see inside our modern day media is a small percentage of a way larger system that's been operating for a very long time. That's why I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised about none of this shit. I'm not surprised about, your Greek and your Rome and your little boy shit and all this other crazy ass shit. What is it? Remus and Romulus, who founded Rome, were two boys that founded it with a dog, a she-wolf. Okay? So what does that tell you right there? They've been doing this for a long time. All the homo shit is interwoven into the Greek philosopher, the Rome philosophy. It's part of their social system. And if you knew that, then you would know how to identify it, and then you would also know how to control said mechanism so that you're not infected by it. If you don't know the extremes of a thing, then you are definitely in a position to be victimized by the thing. Okay? That's everything. That includes alcohol. That includes drugs. That includes crime. That includes, a specific type of lick, that you may be hitting, blue collar, white collar, whatever type of crime levels you're doing, If you knew that, then you would know how to control it better. You would know how to operate within that system a lot more smoother. And you know when to get in, you know when to get out. But if you don't know these things and you go in blindly with a lack of intelligence, well, then guess what? You, my friend, will be Boo Boo the Fool, who is going to be beheaded in front of the people, and you will be great entertainment for us all. Understand, that everybody seeks this infamy and doesn't know what they're really seeking. And at the end of the day, you will never really see the totality of your infamy because you will be dead. You see how that works? A lot of people think, I saw this a couple of years ago when it comes down to the next generations that are coming up. They think death is fame. They've confused the line. And you will never see the fame if you're dead. You see how that works? It's fucking stupid motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, that is the system that we have allowed to operate because we don't do anything to stop it. So then what does that say about the weakness of our own minds? Okay? And we are all involved. That's right. We're listening to hip-hop and we're trying to walk up the social ranks and the financial ranks of hip-hop to so-called get signed and to make money and all of this. And I'm stuck in the same position. I know this. I'm not even going. I am in the same fucking boat. Okay? There is no pointing the finger and laughing at anybody. The only thing that I do is bring recognition to what is going on. Okay? And I can't move in the blind space. You understand? And I wouldn't want anybody of my own to move in a blind space. Because in essence, you could only be the mob if you're Italian. I mean, only Italian can be the mob. Same shit. Your race is your gang that you were born into automatically. There's nothing you could do about that. You're born into that gang, and you have to represent that gang in a specific fashion. Unfortunately, the black gang of America, if we want to call it that, the African American, has no rules and regulations. There's no parameters. There's no honor. There's no loyalty in any space for us to understand, okay, this is the litigation we have to follow and to operate by that litigation. And then our women are not in sync with us neither. So because of that, it's every man for themselves. That's where it defaults to. But then at the same time, you all become sitting ducks to every other gang out here, the Asian gang, the white gang, because the white gang, they know how to be a white gang, and they also know that your intelligence areas doesn't know how to decipher them. So because you don't seek shit, you don't research shit. So you don't know the difference in between the Italian or the Irish or the fucking German or the fucking Polish or the fucking who's the Catholic or who's the Jew or who's the Lutheran or who's the Baptist. You don't know how to pull none of those lines out. You see what I'm saying? And they know that. So they operate underneath the white cloak, but then within that white cloak, they also battle each other. When it comes to who is Scottish, who is Swiss, who is Switzerland, who is Switzerland, who is fucking, all the different factions, who is, Ukraine and so on and so forth, who is Slavic and all of that. They know how to do that amongst themselves, but they're not going to let you pierce in on that zone. You see what I'm saying? So and the Asians are sort of in the same way, but they haven't really got it to the full yet, because Chinese don't like Japanese don't like the Taiwanese, and the Taiwanese don't like the Vietnamese, and the Vietnamese don't like the Laotians, and the Laotians don't like the motherfucking Cambodians, and so on and so forth. And there's all types of goddamn little dramas they got over there with them, and they don't fully operate as an Asian gang yet, because they don't understand that the rest of the world ain't really, especially when it comes to the African, they're not really looking at that shit. We're not looking at the devil in the details. This is also the same with Africa. The majority of African countries don't like Nigerians, and there's things with that, but we don't operate in the same faction. We will definitely, let each other get slaughtered in front of other races and smile at the other races and think that they're going to accept the trader. You know, nobody accepts the trader because you have traded on your own. Therefore, there's a high probability that you're going to trade on me as well. You know, and when you understand all of these things, it's just best, you know, uh, I'm reading some comments here. Yeah. Now, the Kicked Out of Heaven is in everybody's budget. You know, it is in everybody's budget. It's $50 right now, and you put more than $50 of gas in your tank. And I know that's important, but, you know, the Kicked Out of Heaven is definitely important when it comes to you understanding what's going on in your environment. You know, for instance, the Nosferatu movie. And I might as well say some more things that I just discovered about the Nosferatu movie that I didn't know. So the occultist dude who broke down everything with Nosferatu in the movie, his name is William Dafoe. Very interesting, because Daniel Defoe is the one who is like considered one of the great scholars of the medieval times. Is Daniel Defoe. His name is William Dafoe. And then the girl that played the role in the movie is Johnny Depp's daughter, and her name is Lily Rose Depp. So how that name breaks down is Lily is Lilith, which is the first woman with Adam, and then Rose, which Rose is a symbol of, you know, the juicy vajayjay. The juicy vagina is called a rose, and then Depp is depth as well. Put the TH on there. You see? So Lily Rose Depp plays the deep juicy cunt on the fucking movie, and William Dafoe, which that name Dafoe being added to the Nosferatu movie, is how you put the alchemy together for the film to come out with the power that it did, because we're talking about medieval times, and one of the greatest writers of the time period, because they were more biographers than anything, and they just wrote down what they saw during those times. And Daniel Defoe is one of them. There's a couple of other ones. I'm not going to go into any names, but I definitely have them inside the Kicked Out of Heaven, and I have them in my library. I just don't have them off the top of the dome at this moment. So yeah, it's not a surprise to me. 2025, we're going to see a lot of them. There's definitely a war on hip hop, and they're trying to destroy the image of the black male through these individuals, the Puffy, the Jay-Z, the Little Durk, and so on and so forth. And there's probably going to be more that are going to come out and be very embarrassed because of how they've conducted themselves over the years. And there's no need. Any real gangster, if you're a real gangster, you was already doing gangster shit before high school came out, before high school was out. If you wasn't doing gangster shit before high school was over, then you ain't no gangster. It's just that clear. You should have a full understanding of how money operates and what the rules of the streets are before you get out of high school. And if you wasn't facing any cases before you got out of high school, then you ain't got no G code on you, bro. So I don't give a fuck what a nigga say. You got these bitch ass niggas out here, 30 years old, joining gangs and shit. You got niggas out here getting extorted by gangs so they could claim to be a Blood or a Crip. Get the fuck out of here. You got bitch ass niggas out here getting signed to labels, getting their advance money, and now they want to be Scarface on the street with your advance money. Nigga, fuck out of here, nigga. If you wasn't, like I stated, nigga, if you didn't see them hard plastic seats of a squad car, nigga, if you wasn't looking at judges and dealing with lawyers before high school was out, you have no G code, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll give a probation space of maybe to like 21. You know what I'm saying? But see, real niggas understand what the paradigm is. I understood what the paradigm was. I was already in and out of jail before high school got out. So when high school got, when a nigga got out of his probation situation and got out of all of that shit in high school, I had 5 o'clock curfew and shit in high school, with probation officers coming to my house and all types of shit. So once I saw the melee that was created, and then I saw a couple of the homies get locked up for doing time for this and doing time for that. Them niggas went up the road. I said, oh no, my nigga, we not doing no up the road. And then you can feel that energy right when you get out of high school. Like, yo, nigga, you going to jail, nigga. I was like, nah, it ain't happening like that for me. You lost your motherfucking mind. And the way I saw it was, I could clearly see that the judges and the lawyers were speaking a specific language. Just like, it was still the English language, but it was jargoned up. There was what you want to call a slang that they were speaking, a jargon correlated to their industry, which was court. And then you also see that the police talk a different language, the 10-4s and the 10-20s and all that goddamn shit, and what you do is you can get all their 10-4 code language. You can get that off of their website, off your local PD website, so you know what they're saying on their little walkie-talkie shits. You dig what I'm saying? So when you understand that these niggas got different languages and different systems set up, when you see a raid, nigga house get raided, bro, police coming in with big machine guns and shit, got you niggas sitting on the curb with your legs crossed and your arms behind your back and shit. It's 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Your neighbors is driving by, going to work, nigga, looking at your house, looking at you, looking like a motherfucking fool, nigga. Yeah. This shit is embarrassing. They got documentation. They could pull it up. Pull it up in the courtroom. The shit is all on the TV. Nigga, your life is on the line, nigga. You don't celebrate or encourage that type of shit when you've been through those experiences. And see, that's why it's usually businessmen who have already been through that shit at a younger age, and they understand the whole paradigm of evil, and then they choose good in their later years, and they choose to decide to provide for the people, whether that be through product or service or whatever, And then everybody wants to point the finger at them like they're the devil, they're the dark one, they sacrificed and all this other shit. No, I wasn't a coward, is how it works. So I went out there and faced a lot of things, and when you see how the evil moves, you know that it's an unpredictable system. You know that the karma comes down. It's just on the videos. You see it all the time. When those videos that they call karma responded quickly. Yeah, look at those videos, nigga. That shit is real when you out there doing crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? And the devil comes in, the angels fall down, the devil, they come in and they fuck up the situation, and you no longer get no money, and it's one case I saw that was phenomenal. This girl, she thought she was gonna go jump up on a porch and steal a package, and her homie was waiting, and the yard was big. You could see the car waiting in the background at the curb at the end of the driveway. So the bitch went up there, grabbed the box, turned around, started running on the grass, and the way her leg broke, it didn't even break at the knee. It was so interesting. It's almost like if you slowed down the film, you could probably see the angel come through and swipe that bitch's leg with the scythe. You dig? And her whole femur just cracked, like blink. And she hit the ground with the package in her hand. And this is when the devil comes in on you niggas. You understand? The motherfucker that was driving the car, her crony, okay? Her partner in crime, right? He looked out the window and saw that shit, said, hit the U-turn and left that motherfucker right there in the grass. And she laying on her back, holding up her leg. her leg dangling off like a motherfucking chicken leg. Yeah, with your stupid ass shit. You dig what I'm saying? And that's exactly how it works. You may get away 1 or 2 times, but there's never a lick that you gonna hit that you're gonna be able to hit on repeat unless it's just like super sweet. And if you hit something that's super sweet, you still can't hit it on repeat because there's gonna be a detection line. And that's where you fuck up. See, anybody who knows who done hit licks and crime and shit, man, you're gonna fuck up. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're an assassin. It doesn't matter what you do. You're going to fuck up. One time, you're going to leave a hair sample. There's going to be a fingerprint smudge. There's going to be a footprint, motherfucker. There's going to be a goddamn, let me tell you something. You forgot to scratch one number off. You forgot to do this. Bro, you was moving too quick during the course of the shit. Your heart is beating. Your heart is going at high speeds. You can almost see the heart pump out the chest like the speakers out my motherfucking trunk. You understand? Oh, yeah, man. It's not a beautiful situation. You got to get in. You got to get out. Don't hit your lick repetitively because you're going to get sloppy. You're gonna get sloppy. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what crime you do. You're gonna be sloppy one time. You're gonna get fucked off. You have to be very, very graceful on how you move. You know, and that's why you gotta look at how the white man do. The white man come by, he do some donations. We gotta do the canned food drive, nigga. Because I've done so many ill deeds that we have to apply balance to the situation. You dig what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Or they have enforced the ill deed and haven't necessarily done it with their own hands. And that is the way a lot of the Western society operates. We gonna move through the contract, and your bum ass is gonna go out there and get fucked up. You dig what I'm saying? So don't be believing these niggas out here talking all this. I got the boatload of the kilo and the dope and the blah blah blah. You have nothing, nigga. You pay taxes through your record label, nigga. You ain't pushing no motherfucking dope nowhere. You shut the fuck up. Now, because if the feds is on you, Pete, you're all on the TV. What, are you forgotten? And that's what's so cold about the blindness that we're witnessing with a lot of these Hollywood stars. Is that, nigga, you don't notice you're in front of the globe? Like, everybody sees you, worldwide, if there's aliens on the moon, they're watching your ass too, nigga. It's all documented. You understand me? And, that's what makes it so phenomenal. Even when it comes to a nigga like, and you got to applaud Kanye in this space. Kanye said, you know what? He finally realized that, what the fuck am I talking about the Jew for? Yeah, that's right. You're yelling at a bunch of people who bought your CDs. What, you think they're going to build Noah's Ark? You think they're going to fucking arise the Spartan army and go to war for you because the Jew has done this and the Jew has done that? No, you dumbass. They're going to watch your video and then they're going to swipe to the next video. They're not going to get involved in a goddamn thing. Right? Right. So you could do all that complaining about your Adidas and all this other shit, which you shouldn't have done because nobody came to your beckoning. Nobody came to your defense, for number one. For number two, you lost all those billion-dollar contracts. For what? You could have been putting out Adidas. You probably could have owned the entire fashion industry right now. But you got the brain, the wiggle worm goes on in the brain. And I guess you got mad because you were in these boardrooms and it was nothing but Caucasians that's in those boardrooms. But guess what? Those Caucasians earned to be in that position. They also educated themselves to be in that position. And it's obvious because they've maintained the company with billions of dollars annually before your black ass even showed up, before you even dropped college dropout, nigga. You see how that works? It's so phenomenal on how people are blind about what's going on here. Oh, they ain't got no black people in here. They ain't got no black people in here. Well, the black ain't educated themselves to be there. It's just like they fucking talking about all these African and European blacks coming over here playing black roles in our film. Well, guess what? A lot of the black people in America aren't going to theater schools. They're not educating themselves in the areas of film and theater, and they're not over here auditioning for the roles. So what the fuck are you complaining about? You know, oh, it ain't black this, it ain't black that. Black don't do a goddamn thing. Black ain't fought no war. Black ain't even fought no war in defense of their own. And if you have, which there are a couple of documented, you've lost. Okay, you didn't try again. You got tired, you know. And, you know, you're not in the space of understanding procedure on how things work. Things take 10 to 20 years. It took me 10 years to write these books, you know. It doesn't matter what industry you get involved in. You must be ready for a minimum of 5 years to 10 years of dedication without getting a dime, you know. And that's the scariest thing. That's the scariest thing about me in this rap industry. That's why I be treating this shit like, ugh. You know, like everybody been hitting me up lately. You got a new album coming out, bro? Niggas, you gonna finance it, nigga? You talking about what the fuck I'm finna do? Is you gonna put some money on it? All right, then. See, and that's the magical shit. You know, that's why you have to go back to Sun Ra, what Sun Ra said on one of his videos. Sun Ra said, the nigger is a myth. Black people are a myth. You're not real. You understand? You don't have any national position. You know, you are like the paint that the Picasso paintbrush dips in and puts on the canvas. And that's it. You're the paint. You ain't the artist, nigga. You dig what I'm saying? So let's put some ghostwriters around you. Let's make it real fancy. We put some diamonds on you, and we put some tattoos all over your skull. You know, and now you think you are somebody for an evening, for a year, for a couple of years. Yeah, I'm talking about Sun Ra from the 1970s. Yeah, Sun Ra didn't play that shit, and he told it, he was like, you niggas is myths. You niggas ain't real. And I see it. You can see it with the way the tribes act in Africa. They still running around with sulfur paint on their face and shit, and fucking flowers in their hair and shit. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. We got planes in the air that's flying at Mach 3, Mach 5 and shit. What are you talking about? There's a possibility we might be fighting aliens here in a second. You niggas still running around in the bush eating the fried goddamn monkey. Yeah, I don't know who's doing that racist ass shit. You know, but yeah, you turn on the Instagram, boy, they got a nigga eating the fried monkey. They got a nigga eating the hairy monkey on the motherfucking Instagram. Now, I don't know who's doing that racist ass shit, but you better stop. You better stop, nigga, because them ain't none of my kinfolk. I don't come from no line of no nigga eating no monkey. And they be eating it. They don't put no sauce on the motherfucker, no nothing. They just pull it straight out the fire and just rip the motherfucking meat off the forehead. Just, oh my God. I do not want to be co-related with these motherfuckers. No, we're not going to do no ancestry. I'll never do ancestry. No ancestry.com, no 23andMe, none of that shit. Don't tell me nothing about no Africa, nigga. No. You know, I don't want none of that. Yeah, you niggas is, the savage is the term. Savage is the term. Do you understand? Okay. Yeah, it is crazy shit. You know. I'm reading the comments real quick. Oh, let's talk about it. Look at what the motherfucker say right here. C.A. Bruin, the brother, states, I saw Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. That scene with the monkey brains fucked me up. You can go to the millenniumdvds.com right now. Let me put the link up in here. I have the original Faces of Death, all 5 films, right? And on the beginning of one of the films, they have the white folk up in there sitting around a table where they are eating great Indian delicacy, okay? And what they do is in the table, they have a table that you open, and you can open the table and put the monkey in the table, and then the table clasps around the monkey's neck, And then they have a little hammer. And you're supposed to, you hit the monkey's head, and you scoop the brains directly out the monkey's skull and consume said brains. Put a little garlic, a little hors d'oeuvre, a little onion, a little olive oil is how they do it. When you're eating exotic flesh, you must always have your garlic and your onion and your celery. For those who don't know. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, I got the Faces of Death on there, so y'all going on there and get that, and you can have the evidence. You must have evidence to turn into the courtroom. You understand? We enter in Exhibit A, okay, to the honor, to the judge. You understand? Everybody's Big Willie until they turn into Big Silly. I'll tell you that shit. So it's some very dangerous things, man. Don't be out here trying to. There's no reason, no point in you to try to portray no gangster after no 20, 30 years old, nigga. You should have been doing that shit in high school. If you wasn't doing that shit in high school, you just didn't have no line. You had no force. You had no power. You understand? You were never the lion. You understand? And that's just what it is, me, myself, I have to rebirth great lion energy for me, myself, right now. 40 years old. I've done so much crazy shit throughout the course of life. And, don't get me wrong. There's been a lot of people out there far more crazier than me. I play my game tactical, nigga. I don't be out here with the sloppy fucking run into the fucking fire. The Meshach and the Bendigo shit. I don't run into no goddamn lions then, nigga. I move tactical. I do choose my battles accordingly, and that's just the way it works. You know what I'm saying? For those who are going to be survivors and winners, I don't play a game unless I know I'm finna win. I got to have me at least an 80-90% chance I'm finna win on my shit. Otherwise, I'm not finna fuck with it, Be wise about how you operate, And I got to get out here and do a whole nother 10 years of the shit. But we feeling real good. Now that 2025 has come in, Trump has come in, everybody is out here talking about, yeah, we're going to be doing the working now. We're going to get this money together. Yeah, you might as well, nigga, because I'm going to tell you right now, you got 4 years left. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. And we got 4 years with Trump in office. Nobody knows what's going to be happening next when Trump's run is over. And due to the chaos that we just experienced and the status of the planet right now, and we're also talking about the health status of the planet. We talk about what's going on with the oceans. They say, the sea level is rising over there in New York. In Florida, but my homeboy in New York just told me that New York is supposedly sinking, which makes sense because New York is all composed of islands, but the state of California is also a bunch of islands, if you understand that. California is not actually a full state. When you get down to the technicalities of the geography of the state of California, it's actually a bunch of little islands everywhere. So, with sea level rising, we have a lot of threats that are imposed on our coast. There's a possibility of volcano eruption, which has been brought to the people through the weather channels and other avenues. So there's a lot of iffy stuff going on. We just went through some weird experience of drones and them spraying shit in the air. A lot of people have been coughing. There was a weird fog coming over the United Kingdom and also in areas of Maine and high northeast of America. So we don't know what's going on. Well, life is not designed for you to know what's going on. Every morning you wake up and it's a new situation. We don't know what's going to happen within the next minute. I don't know what's going to happen within the next hour. There could be chaos. Who knows? I don't know. We hope that isn't the case. It is wise for us to go ahead and see. Let me tell you one thing about me when it comes to how I relate with quote unquote fans. I don't really like to put people in the space of a fan fan is really fanatical, and that can be very dangerous when it comes to not having self-control and not seeing the bigger picture. I present a bigger picture with everything that I state, and especially within my literature, so we can all have a better grasp on what the possibilities and probabilities are. Now that we have gained that grasp, we need to, look at the situation to be able to navigate directly to the money. And that's where the money religion is because the money is going to be able to secure us. So I've always looked at my fans as, y'all are potential people that I can hustle with, because we're all in the same thought pattern of, educating ourselves with a multitude of different areas dealing with existence. Now, I've had success line with that, and then there's a lot of other individuals who just are like truly, truly lost, and they need these videos because life has collapsed them, and their experience line has been terrible, and that really isn't my fault, nor is it their fault in some circumstances, but it is best for them to stay a screen name. And then there's a lot of people who are not in the screen name space, who just was fucking around bullshitting. They was taking a shit, looking at YouTube, and I'm pulled up on the screen. It's okay, this nigga, okay. And motherfuckers who have listened to my videos and be like, yo, I like the way this nigga talk, I like the way he's thinking. I like this shit. Let me hit his line. I left my number available, and we've developed very prosperous relationships. I've cleared $500,000 with one nigga. I've known him since for 10, 15 years. It's been. My other nigga, the mayor over Sun Village, he hit me up from a video. Once he got out the pen, his girl was like, yo, watch this nigga. This nigga here, wow. So my homie was watching me and was like, man, what's this nigga number, man? I'm going to hit this nigga up, bro. And now I'm sitting on a council of a city that he is a mayor of. Who knew? So you got to keep the avenues wide open. I keep the avenues open. It's wise to do that. I definitely promote people to go out there and get as many experiences as possible underneath your belt. And the experiences on the wild side of things is what builds tough skin, and what also builds a better eyeball to see things and be able to predict what can occur and what won't occur. Embed yourself into different industries over time. If you have interest, and interest is a thing that definitely needs to be sparked. Everybody does not have interest. Where they're just interested into things. I'm interested into everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck does an octopus have 3 hearts and 9 brains? That's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Why? What are the differences in the different type of clouds? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm interested in everything. You know what I'm saying? What is a linen? You know what I'm saying? How does the 3-piece suit affect people when you approach them, when it comes to business, and what type of suits represent what type of industries? Because when you understand the Western world, it really boils down to that line. They got, certain pinstripe suits are for certain type of lawyers, and all types of shit they be operating off of, that we don't comprehend and we're not involved in, and we don't have anybody that's teaching us that layer of game, so yeah, that's where it's at. We need more bankers involved. We need more individuals involved. You know what I'm saying? We need to be drawing a better spider web and net amongst each other, so we can go ahead and birth a preparation for what may occur. We don't know what might occur, especially during the course of this year. They just opened up the gates with, supposed terrorist attacks, which were weak than a motherfucker. I don't think anybody who's going to, when it comes to war, you want to make sure that you hit, and that's just the bottom line. And a terrorist attack is a form of war. So you have not hit any target, nor did you, with the position that and with the availability of what a so-called terrorist group could do inside of America, that was very embarrassing. It's so embarrassing that I wouldn't even classify it as a terrorist attack. And then we are dealing with a lot of Hollywood activity. We have things like crisis actors out here and a lot of other weird ass shit that's going on. So all of that could have just been some old set up Walt Disney bullshit. You know, you're gonna take a Tesla truck to the Trump Towers, you know, and blow it up right in the front, and then only 7 people got injured, but 2 people went to the hospital. You want to use my numbers, but that's also the number of the city, 702. You know, a lot of people call me the guy 702 out here. You know, I got performances to do. I'm gonna be rapping on stage. Y'all niggas just come to the event. If you are in Vegas on the 19th, I'm gonna be performing, and I'm gonna kick it off from there. And we're going to keep it running. You know, the performances are going to be consistent this year, you know. So there's a lot of things to be working on, and I got to get to it. You understand? So if you have anything that you would like to donate within the space of assistance of that development, then go ahead. You know, we'll see what you got. You know what I'm saying? Effort is always respected, but, you know, to be an artiste, it's going to take time and it's going to take a lot of exercise. And that should be your goal if you're doing anything in the realms of art. You know, when it comes to art, you know, like I tell my sons, you know, y'all do that shit while y'all kids, man. But, you know, I would never push my kids down the areas of entertainment. You know, it's very ugly. All sides of it is ugly. You know, your friends become ugly and jealous. The Negro brain, the black brain, has this thing where fame is more important than the dollars. And that's basically what you're looking at, especially with these court cases, you know, is that fame is more important than the money. And there is a lot of things that you can add to your aura to maintain that status of fame. And that's what we see with the Puffy and the Jay-Z and things like that, even with the Little Durk. It's like, nigga, you're filling out stadiums doing concerts, and you think you have the capability to call hits and call assassinations on people? Have you lost your fucking mind? You know, like, I wouldn't be nowhere near that shit. Keep niggas the fuck away from you. Like, you know, what Waka Flocka has to do. He has to keep niggas the fuck away. You know, because, you know, your whole shit is ass backwards. And the desire of fame, which has no pay rate behind it. There is no annual pay for being famous. You have to understand that. There is no direct annual pay for being an OG. There is no direct annual pay for being a gangster. There is no direct annual pay for being the dope boy. You understand that? You can't say what the number is. So therefore it's a question mark. You see? Now there's gratuities that occur during that whole entire time, but that also depends on what your respect line in that area is going to be. And if people decide to respect you, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a very iffy space. It's an iffy space. I wouldn't tell anybody to go down. You know, if anybody's going to be doing any street shit, I'm like, nigga, go learn how to code, nigga. Go learn how to white hat, gray hat, black hat. Go break some motherfucking firewalls down and learn all of that type of shit, because that's where the world is moving into, whether we like it or not. That is the new system, unless the plug is going to be pulled. You know, that's just what it is. You know, so niggas got to learn the game. We got to stay up to date, you know, because it's very clear that what we call up to date, the government is at minimum 100 years ahead of us pertaining to technology, because we are yet to develop our own technology. The majority of us are using technology. We're not developing it. It's 2 completely different games, you know. Yeah, they say the man killed in the Cybertruck explosion. I watched that video a couple of times. It didn't even look like there was somebody sitting in the front seat. Who would have known? You know what I'm saying? It was weird. Whatever. I don't care. You know, it didn't injure anybody. You didn't do shit but kill yourself because you're a fucking dumbass. Your whole fucking attack attempt was weak. Same with that nigga in New Orleans. Your shit is fucking weak. Take your ass to your fucking casket on this motherfucker. Niggas are still sitting up in the drive-thru at the fucking Mickey D's and the Wendy's and the Carl's Jr. right now. You have done nothing. You have been forgotten. You are in the wind, What's your take on the ice wall full of continents? Mama E asked the question. I have no take because I don't put that type of shit in my head. And the reason being is because prove a flat earth. So I'm not gonna I don't care. I can't prove that. I can't prove, if fucking the planet Saturn is made of ice. So I'm not even gonna discuss that shit. Because, we have motherfuckers trying to put radiation in our air right now, as we so-called know of. There's all types of mysterious diseases and the attempts of bringing disease to the people right here. And that's far more important than what's going on with any form of, ice wall or fucking green men hopping down here from Mars. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And if that shit shows up, you have to meet the Mossberg, and that's all I can do for that. I can only put my mind towards things that I can respond to, things that are tangible. If it's not tangible, if it's not relatable, I'm not fucking with it. We need to stay on the stock market. I just watched that movie Dumb Money, which I should have watched that movie years ago. I should have got involved with that situation years ago, but I didn't. My time will come. Everybody gets their lottery ticket in this game, and I'll get another lottery ticket because motherfuckers hit the lottery more than once, and that's what we need to be doing. That's why I have the moneyreligion.local set up, and I know I haven't been really focused in putting on stuff over there, but it's coming. Trust me. I'm building up a lot of stuff when it comes to ticker symbols, when it comes to how the stock market is moving and all of that. And I've just now gotten into reading a lot of books on the stock market right now. So, and day trading, Forex trading. So that's where we're going, and that's where I'm staying for the rest of my days. For the rest of my days, my books and the things that I'm reading, and hopefully you're there too. You can start out with what I'm reading right now. It's called The Wealth of Nations by Adam Smith. The Wealth of Nations by Adam Smith is a book that was written in 1776 and published during that time. And it is the base, what you want to call the motherboard system of the operation of all corporations in America. Everybody who went through Harvard, Berkeley, Yale, or any prestigious school, Cambridge, Oxford, or anything like that, had to read that book. So it's time for us to go ahead and jump inside that level of thought pattern and operation by reading said literature as well. So get that book. It's called The Wealth of Nations by Adam Smith. All prestigious universities, they have to read it, and those individuals graduate those universities and go right into CEO, COO, CFO positions. Okay, they go into your presidents and your vice presidents of any corporation that you buy products from. Okay, so let's do that. And only business movies. So, and only films and documentaries pertaining to money, credit, scams, and all of that other type of shit is what we're on. It's hardcore money religion season during this 2025. And, don't think you can get to know money without the proper education. Because the majority of motherfuckers that you watch on these videos and be having all these big guaps of money and shit, them niggas don't pay no bills. You understand? And they definitely get their ass caught up. And then all that money gets confiscated. So we're gonna move in the corporate intelligence line. You dig what I'm saying? But we know what to do with our money. We know how to attain this money. We know how to, keep the money within our circle before it goes out of this circle and into the hands of others. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So yeah, y'all keep it strong, man. We finna get the fuck up out of here. Y'all got any questions? Donate, donate, donate. I'm the only nigga keeping you alive. You better keep me alive, because that's how this situation works. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, especially when I was referring to the next album that I got coming out. It's going to be extremely professionally done, and it's going to be released with music videos and all that shit, top-notch layer. We're not going to play around anymore. I've already done 12 albums, so the 13th is going to be phenomenal. You understand me? Okay? Yeah, so donate to the God 720. I want to see money on the Cash App. The brother needs it. We have to maintain the roof over the head. You understand? Okay? And I've dedicated my soul here. You can hear it in the music. You can see, you can feel it in the books. Let's not play no motherfucking games. You understand? Okay? So, yeah. Go to the Black Man's Bible. You can get the Black Man's Bible paperback. If you buy the Black Man's Bible by itself, you'll get the Ethereal law with it for free. You dig what I'm saying? If you get the Kicked Out of Heaven for the $50, you just get that. And the certificate of authenticity. And then if you do the Kicked Out of Heaven, 1, 2, or 3, the Black and the Ethereal law paperback for $100. You'll also receive the Real Etiquette edition, the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women, Volume 1 and Volume 2 in PDF format. You understand? So, yeah, let's do it like that. Let me put one more link up in here. And then go to the Millennium DVDs. We definitely have the deals going. Okay? Yeah. And the 720 is always open for some bout it motherfuckers. You dig what I'm saying? Let's get bout it. All right. So, yeah. That's up to man people not voting. Let's put that out there, man. But they got a system up there hitting everybody. But yeah, out. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday. We'll be to at 2:00, and see you then. Peace.
I will pray for the dollar. I will slave for the dollar. Make slaves for the dollar. Dig graves for the dollar.
In God I trust, before 5 I bust. Nigga do what he want and gives a fuck I rust. I've been at the sea for months, I've been in war for years. When I land on Treasure Island, I'll be crying diamond tears. I'm finally here, at my sevens. Don't you get it, nigga? Do what I gotta do for them splendid figures. I'll be shifting for gold in my pant in this bloody river. Illegal endeavors, experiment for legal tenders. Faces come with names I will always remember. No shame in my game, I'm a certified member. Trying to make every day the 25th of December. But I'm Thanksgiving when I'm squeezing up on the wings. Either got a fork and tail or a halo with wings. When them bills ain't paid, do some dangerous things. Always on the dirty money, gotta get made. On a modern day crusade with a 12 gauge. Press some warrants on my helmet just to see who's afraid. And I'll kill 1,000 niggas to get 1,000,000 slaves. I'll be burning all the bodies, won't be digging no graves. If you can handle the smell, you'll be able to tell if you're in heaven or hell. God responds to your yells. The devil posted your mail. You ate for profits in jail. That's Holy Ghost or real. Just don't sell your soul. Let me know if you find bones when you digging for gold.
I will pray for the dollar. I will slave for the dollar. Make slaves for the dollar. Dig graves for the dollar. As you are my father, the money religion. You are my father, the money religion. I will pray for the dollar. I will slave for the dollar. Make slaves for the dollar. Dig graves for the dollar. As you are my father, the money religion. You are my father, the money religion.
Grass beating curly head as I eat my daily bread. Casting pearls to the swine cause my hogs are well fed. Donate to the collection plate. An arm in the leg, arm in the head. Gold corn on the closed eyes of warriors is dead like a catacomb saint. the four-legged snake that manipulated ranks. Now I hear the angels sing when I'm checking my bank. Who said a blessing was fake? Cause I'm always having something when it's nothing to take. So I don't preach to the choir when I speak through the wire. They kiss the feet of desire, cause I'm the heat and the fire on these streets like tires. Keep a theory to conspire, leave the dreaming for the liars and the scheming for the writers. Never carry your strength, my position is higher. Never in a dire situation. I'm the GOAT and they hating, so they stay in my scope. And they hoping I ain't Satan as I ball like the Pope. Got sacred prostitutes in hijab clothes, bowing their head as they hold the coat tail of my robe. On the throne, you were Atlas, the globe is where your back is. I'm sipping on this oil, thinking about the evil actors. That shit got too heavy, so I threw it in the back of my 72 Chevy. Over time, I was ready to conquer a monster till death. I'll testify and I'll confess, nigga, with my dying breath.
I will pray for the dollar, I will slave for the dollar, make slaves for the dollar, dig grace for the dollar, as you are my father, the money religion. You are my father, the money religion. I will pray for the dollar, I will slave for the dollar, make slaves for the dollar, dig grace for the dollar, as you are my father, the money religion. You are my father, the money religion.
The spawn from the crack of dawn, tetragrammaton. Evolved as the dawn, cause my big face coupons look like used tampons with a stanchible wench. Nigga, where the fuck was you when I was burning a witch? Nigga, I'm trying to get Spanish Inquisition rich. We got Jews from Jews involved in Auschwitz. Survivors got new lives and others lost it. So when you look in my eyes, you step inside my office. Don't feel accosted from what the game is costing. Just hope you gain some friends that throws the roses on your coffin. And your will pay bills for those that stay real. I am losing my religion while I'm popping these pills. Never losing a penny, I'm going over these deals. We all cherish the carrots and put them up in our grills. Like a rabbit or bunny and be a savage for money. Or a zombie that's hunting the gluttony. Got me hungry, that's why them sluts be lusting. Jealousy is so crushing, pride can be funny. Greed has got me wanting, sloth will cost the boss if he don't got wrath. Dollars and death is life, nigga, you do the math.
I will pray for the dollar, I will slave for the dollar, make slaves for the dollar, dig grace for the dollar, as you are my father, the money religion. You are my father, the money religion. I will pray for the dollar, I will slave for the dollar, make slaves for the dollar, dig grace for the dollar, as you are my father, the money religion. You are my father, the money religion.
They think a nigga filthy, I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the stove, I hope you feel me. They think a nigga filthy, I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the stove, I hope you feel me. Got my back against the wall, I make a couple calls. Pimp this telephone, that's that grown man ball. My program won't fall, trying to forget it all. Spending dough at the mall, acting like I'm within the law. But we outside, niggas try to get a clout ride. Cause I'm bout mine, and I'm never out of time. Won't ever doubt my grind. Walk a dead line, dirty money kinda shine while I age like wine. Cause the game's bittersweet. The prism from this ism won't let a bitch sleep. You see me, then you don't. Gotta keep the mystique. Just check the technique. They think a nigga filthy. I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the stove. I hope you feel me. They think a nigga filthy, I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the stove, I hope you feel me. Back to the basics, problems like my blunt, nigga, I'ma always face it. Ain't worried about expenses, cause I'll always remake it. While I'm rocking the latest, radiate cuts on the bracelet. Intoxicated and concentrated, whether sober or wasted. Shit ain't over till I take it, that's a thief in the night. No bark, no bite, we slit throats and we move in silence. Cause it ain't no talking when you gotta choose violence. I'm on a diet, so the beef is no discussion. We seek the repercussion. Money grows on trees, so we smoke it like it's nothing. Cause it's always something. They think a nigga filthy, I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the store, I hope you feel me. They think a nigga filthy, I'll never plead guilty. Spend a couple racks at the store, I hope you feel me.